For example, in your 3D software, you have your model. For example, the sizing is very important, and the units, you have to match your unit in your software to a slicer. For example, I have 50 centimeter in any direction, or to better understanding, you can change the heights, or for example, to better understand, I give the equal size to X and Y and Z. And then you can come to your slicer. This is for previous lesson. I make it new. I don't want to save it. And for first thing, you have to import it. And here you can just import STL and OBJ. And be careful about the direction of the y-axis in your software. For example, in my software, the y-axis exactly in this direction, so it's imported correctly. Or any software change, you can import STL and the OBJ, so you can export from your model, and then you can import them here. Okay, I import my model, and as you can see, it imported in a wrong size. The sizing is very important here. First, you have to change your unit, exactly match your unit in your software. Centimeter, as you can see, it's not correct also. You have to activate original size, and done. And as you can see, it's create original size. But if you have a different situation or different sizes, I'd suggest that you untick uniform scaling. For example, I have a different size in my model, and you can differently change the size of them. But as you can see, all of the dimensions are turned off because you imported original size. But you can turn it off after that, and you can change it here also. As you can see, you can change the, for example, double it or any number that you want to type it, enter. And as you can see, you can change your model size directly here, but I don't suggest it. But if you activate original size, it come back to an original size. Uniform scale, it means if you scale, for example, length, width, or height, one of them, the other two dimensions are changing corresponding to that. But I suggest, because we always import original size, don't want to scale them, and be careful about the units. For example, if you change it in millimeter, as you can see, it's create 50 millimeter. So it's very important. It does not convert your model size, just match your model. But with my experience, in 3D printer, a slicer, I always suggest you work in a millimeter unit. Okay, for example, change your software unit to the millimeter, and then import your model in a millimeter, because sometimes in some softwares that's connecting to the 3D laser, 3D printer are always in millimeter, and they are scaling and converting your model, because the software that are connecting to 2D laser or printer are not very powerful and just understand millimeter and cause lots of problem. So change your model unit in your software 3D Max Maya Cinema 4D in millimeter and export it in a millimeter, and come here, slice it if you want. Change any technique that here, for example, stack a slice, and create a slice for you. Done. As you can see, this problem is because of our sheets. The sheet, it's letter, and my model, it's like a letter size. It's very small size, and before slicing, you have to change the manufacturing settings. That I explain it more. Don't worry, just I want to import it. Or You can refresh it, or another thing that you want is you can re-import your model with another. So be careful about sheets. Wow, as you can see, there's very number of sheets and very number of part. You have to make it bigger. And as you can see, we have a lots of sheets. Okay, let's try our model and first explain manufacturing settings. Hello my friends, to continue these tutorials on YouTube, subscribe us, like us, and hit the bell icon. And now you will be alerted about all of the amazing videos that we release.